Hey guys, it's Lou from Forbidden Bikes, and today we are in the workshop and we're going to be doing some maintenance on the idler pulley. For most of you, this is going to be a new part to do some work on, but this little guy is the heart and soul of this bike. It's what allows the 130mm travel to just be so capable in so many different terrains, and it's basically what allows like that witchcraft to come into play. It does require a little bit more maintenance than you might be used to, but it's quite simple and easy, and today we'll go through it and I'll show you exactly what I do to keep it running smoothly. So the tools that we'll need today is a torque wrench, a 5mm Allen key, and some grease. First step, we're just going to lift the E13 upper chain guide, slacken the chain, and then just pull it off of the pulley. Using our 5mm Allen key, we're just going to loosen the bolt on the idler pulley. There is a little shaft keyed into the frame in the back here. Just put your fingers on it and make sure that it stays flush to the frame. And then once we have this bolt off, we'll just put it aside, pop the idler pulley off, make sure that we grab this spacer with it. So now that we have the idler pulley off, we're just going to give it a really thorough cleaning. Using just a rag. You don't want to use any water or degreaser just to protect the bearing life. We're going to give it a spin, and we just want to make sure that it's moving nice and freely and that the bearing feels smooth. At this point, you just want to check the teeth on the idler. Here you can see I have an older idler with some wear on it. You can see that shark tooth effect I was talking about compared to the new idler that does not have that. We're going to grab the bolt and spacer here, and we're going to give them a really good wipe down as well, getting rid of any excess old grease. While you're doing this, you're going to notice that there's a little gap in them, and that's to hold the excess grease, which helps protect the bearing. And once we have this all off, we might as well get in there and give this a good clean. Again, getting rid of any old grease and grime and keeping it nice and shiny. Now that we've got all of our parts clean, we're going to grab some grease in our idler and we're going to pack this bearing full of grease. So don't be shy with the grease on this part. We're really going to pack it in there on both sides, just all around the bearing. And once we've got this bad boy all packed up with grease, we're going to grab the spacer and we're going to put it on the non-retaining clip side. And then the bolt goes on the front, which is the retaining clip side. We're going to give it a nice squish, and we're just going to wipe down all that excess grease. And just a reminder again, when we're putting it back on, just to put your fingers back there and hold on to that shaft that's keyed into the frame. And then we're going to do our final tightening with the torque wrench set to 10 Newton meters. And we're going to give it a spin, and what you should feel is kind of a fluid resistance, which is the grease just finding its home in there. Feels great. So now we're going to go ahead and put the chain back on. And you're going to notice that the teeth on the idler pulley are narrow-wide, which will correlate with the narrow-wide spaces in your chain. So just make sure you get that lined up properly. Flip down the E13 upper chain guide, and then just give it a pedal and make sure that it's moving nice and freely. Well, there you have it, folks. We've just done maintenance on our idler pulleys, and as you can see, it's fairly quick and easy. My last little note would just be to keep your chain nice and clean and lubed before every single ride. This allows the idler pulley to keep moving freely and nice and quietly. For any more information on your idler pulley, including diagrams, torque spec, please see below, and we have that all down there for you.